Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Justine Lee. I'm the office manager of Gray Matters Medical Practice. I'm also a dancer and movement educator and facilitator. So I'm so happy to be sharing some of things that I usually do in my own movement practice, which a lot of it includes mindfulness and breath work and things like that. So yeah, really excited to share those things with you in our weekly series here called Community Breath every Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, just 10 or 15 minutes of just some mindfulness or breath work or meditation, just to kind of offer you some more resources. So I have been doing this with you all for the past few weeks or so, so I might be a familiar face. But for those of you who this might be your first video or first time seeing me doing this, I always start with the same opening and closing, which I'll talk you through. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different from what I've been doing with you all in the past. Usually, and if you've seen me before, usually I'm sitting on my little green couch here or like on a yoga mat, and always encourage you to be in whatever position is most comfortable for you. Today, I do invite you to stand. And I just wanted to really kind of focus on body awareness with you all today. So one of our recent blog posts from maybe last week or the week before, Dr. Kaur, who is our founder and medical director of the practice, wrote a blog post about our fight or flight responses and, recognizing sort of our physiological responses to that are linked with our emotions and things like that. So that got me thinking, though, part of doing that, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog chewing on her toy down here. It got me thinking about how we also have to practice bringing that sort of awareness to our body so that we're able to even recognize those bodily and physiological responses. So what we're going to be doing today is going to help us in sort of working on that awareness and being able to recognize what we're feeling in our own bodies. So we're going to start with our opening that I usually do. And again, you can be standing, sitting, whatever is most comfortable for you. I invite you to close your eyes if you wish. You can also keep them open. If you do keep them open, make sure your gaze is soft and relaxed and focused on one particular point in front of you. So the opening practice that I always do is 4 breaths. 4 counts to inhale with your nose and 4 counts to exhale with your mouth. And so wherever you are, whether your gaze is open or closed, you can exhale all of your breath out in preparation. And here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. In with your nose, 3, 4, and out with your mouth, 3, 4. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Last one, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Take a few moments to let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Notice how that might feel different from the guided breaths we just did together. And if your eyes were closed, you can go ahead and flutter them open. So part of internally be able to recognize responses in our body means also connecting our mind with these body parts, and usually that actually involves touch. So you can go ahead and bring your hands together and just rub them. Start to feel that heat. It's a little cold outside, so your hands may be a little bit chilly. Also bringing some awareness to our palms and our hands here. You can release that. We're just going to start by gently squeezing our left hand with our right and moving up to the forearm. And again, gentle, not too hard, but enough to feel that pressure and become aware, physically aware of this body part. And up to our upper arm, our shoulder. And we can go ahead and switch, starting from the top up here, shoulder, upper arm, forearm, down to our hand. And you can go ahead and start massaging our pec muscles here, our pectoral muscles. These are usually pretty tight. Feeling the sensation of our muscles being touched and massaged. You can go ahead and go down to our stomach, being gentle. Again, we're just becoming physically aware of the body parts that we're touching. Notice how these parts feel as you are touching them. You start to move your hands down to your hips here. And then you can keep going down to the tops of your thighs. And you might lose me in your vision here, but that's okay. And we're going to keep going down, being mindful of our knees here. We're going to move right past the knees and down to our shins, squeezing and massaging our shins, right down to our ankles, especially the tops of our ankles. From walking and things like that, these can be pretty stiff. And finally, you can move down to the tops of your feet. Which again, these are parts of our body that really don't get that much attention usually. So these might be new sensations for you. And as we're down here, and again, bending our knees as much as you need to, even sitting if you'd like to reach your feet here, we're gonna go back up our body, but the back side of our body. So now massage your calves before we were doing our shins. You can move up, again, being mindful of our knees here. Feeling the backs of our thighs, our hamstrings. And we can move up to our lower back here. Up our back as far as you can go up here. I mean, you can't go any more up here. You can switch and try to reach the upper part of your back by going around from the front here. And lastly, we're going to go for our face, and I'm going to be making some silly faces here doing this. I invite you to do the same. And we can really massage our cheeks here, especially our muscles here. I can't quite recall the name of this part of our jaw, but these muscles here connecting our jaw are usually pretty tight. Across the front of our face here, right below our eyes, and on our forehead, our temples. And lastly, I encourage you to just tap the top of your head like so, just gently, like raindrops. And we can continue the raindrops down our body, wherever you'd like, just a different sensation than the squeezing that we were doing. And if you can, try to notice how this feels different for you than the squeezing. Just gentle raindrops down the front and up the back, just quick little raindrops. And that's the conclusion of this part of the exercise, bringing our physical awareness to our body parts. Next, I will lead you in a couple of light stretches, utilizing our body scanning that we just did, and we'll go head to toe again. And again, these stretches are just another way to be in your body, feel physically connected to your body, so then we can more readily notice sort of other natural responses that our body may have to certain emotions or situations or feelings. And so I'm going to start from the top, and we're just going to roll our neck to one side, taking care of how your neck feels, especially when you're going towards the back. And really letting your gaze go up when your head is up and down when your head is down, so that you can feel the full range of motion of your neck. And then you can go the other way. And then we're going to use our shoulders next. You bring your shoulders up as high as you can to your ears, and then drop them down, and then up, and then down. And then we'll go forward, up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down. Reverse to go back, up, forward, and down, back, up, forward, and down. Next, we'll be working our spine. And for this, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. And you can, if you're standing or sitting, you can place your hands on the tops of your thighs. And I encourage you to feel the flexion and extension of your spine through these undulating movements with your spine here, like so. Next, we'll go down to our hips, and for this, whether you're standing or sitting, catch your leg in front of you with your hands. You can, if you need to, you can hold a wall next to you. As you're doing this, feel the sensation in our hip creases right here. You can also be holding your leg with the backs of your thighs here. Catch the other leg. And if you'd wish, you can even move this leg that you're holding. Again, feeling the sensation of what it's like to fully release your hip flexor, because we're using our hands to hold our leg up here. And you can release. Next, we'll be doing a light stretch for our quads, for the fronts of our thighs. This might be a little bit difficult to see in my space here, but again, if you need to, hold the wall next to you, but just catch the front of your foot with your hand and focusing on trying to keep your knees aligned without the leg that you're holding, that knee not going too far back. Feeling the sensation of that light stretch of your quad. You can switch, other leg. And again, it's totally natural for the two sides of your body to feel completely different. My left quad here just feels so much different than my right. And lastly, or not lastly, second to last, I'm gonna go to a wall here for support. And yet you're not gonna be able to quite see this, but I have my left leg in front, my right leg in back. I'm bending my left leg, bringing my right heel to the ground. So both of my feet are firmly planted on the ground. Left is a little bit in front and bent, and you should really be feeling the sensation in your calves, which again usually tend to be pretty tight for us, especially if you live in New York and you live in a walk up and you're going up and down stairs all day. You can switch, right leg in front, left leg in back. Left leg is straight, right leg is bent, feeling the sensation in your left calf here. You can release, and the last thing we'll do, again, you can't see this on the screen. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips just for stability. You can also have your hands against the wall if you'd like, but I'm going to bring my right heel up so that the ball of my right foot's on the ground. My left foot is firmly planted. I'm going to switch so that my left heel is up. Right foot's fully planted. And keep switching that back and forth. Feeling a little stretch for the bottoms and tops of your feet. And there we go. Just some light body scanning, body awareness. And I encourage you to do some version of this a few times a week because, and as you know, Dr. Kaur's blog post kind of mentioned, the more that we practice noticing our body, the more that we're able to actually sort of recognize sort of in the moment when those things happen. And so for me, this is a way of practicing me being in my own body, these sorts of the body scan and the stretches from head to toe, just again, feeling connected with your body. So the next time that you're feeling anxious or whatever it is, and you're feeling sensations in your body, you're more able to recognize them. So we're going to do my closing practice all together. And again, similar to the opening practice, you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. Soft gaze if they're open. Wherever you are, exhale all your air out. I'm going to do a big breath. Inhale. This is a breath for yourself for showing up today. And exhale. Next breath will be for someone in your life that you want to send a little extra love to. A big deep inhale. And exhale. One last breath, this time for everyone who has shown up for this practice today. Inhale. And exhale. If your eyes were closed, you can go ahead and flare them open. And that is it for today. And hope to see you next week. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.